how to find the factors of a number. A factor is a number which divides exactly into another number, leaving no remainder. Essentially, is a factor that a number can be divided by. Okay, so let's have a look at a few examples. I could say that 5 is a factor of 20. 5 is a factor of 20 because 20 can be divided by 5 exactly. 7 is a factor of 63 because 63 can be divided by 7 exactly. Okay, if we have a look at some non-examples, let's say 9 is not a factor of 20. 9 is not a factor of 20 because 9 does not divide exactly into 20. 20 cannot be divided by 9 exactly. Let's say 3 is not a factor of 7 because 3 can't be divided exactly, 7 can't be divided exactly by 3 without having a remainder. Okay, so we're going to have a look at 3 examples on how to find the factors of a number. This should hopefully help out with any of your homework tasks. Example 1, find all the factors of 24. Okay, so you can kind of think about this in a few ways. You can probably might be able to do it mentally. You might need to write it down. Essentially what we want to do is we want to write down all the numbers that goes into 24, all the numbers that 24 can be divided by. Personally, I like to think of these in pairs. You can almost think about them as times tables as well. So here, if you wanted to do some working, this is what it would look like. So I know that every number can be divided by 1. I'm trying to make this a bit bigger. Every number can be divided by 1. And I think 1 times what is 24? Well, I know 1 times 24 is 24. So therefore, see this wee fact here? I now know that 1 is a factor of 24 as well as 24. Because 24 can be divided by 1 and it can be divided by 24. So I start at 1 and go up, and I say, okay, does 2 go into 24? I think 2, yeah, 2 does, because 2 times 12 is 24. Okay, so therefore I know that 2 and 12 are also factors of 24. I think about my 3 times table. Is 24 in the 3 times table? Can 24 be divided by 3 exactly? Yeah, it can, because I know that 3 8s are 24. Okay, so I then that'll go up to 4, and I've got 4 times 6 is 24, that's good. So because 4 times 6 is 24, I know that 24 can be divided by 4 and it can be divided by 6. I go up to 5. 5 doesn't go into 24. 24 can't be divided by 5. And then I get back to 6 here. And you see how now that I'm on like the other side? So therefore I stop. Okay, because I went essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I didn't have. And then I'm back up here, 6. Okay, so what we can now say is this is not an answer. Okay, you have not written down an answer here. Okay, this is just some working. What we want to do to write down the answer is we're then going to say, we write it as a list. Factors of 24 are, and we write it from smallest to biggest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. These numbers here are all the factors of 24. These are all the numbers that can be divided by 24 exactly. You can sometimes think of these numbers in pairs. I'm just going to turn this off here, my ink to shape. Because if you think about it in pairs, you've got 1 and 24, you've got 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Okay, most numbers will come in pairs like this. If you don't have a pair, it's either going to be a special type of number or you've made a mistake. We'll talk about special types of number in a wee second. That was example 1. Example 2, find all the factors of 16. Find all the numbers that 16 can be divided by exactly with no remainder. Well, I know that every number can be divided by 1. And I think 1 times what is 16? Well, 1 times 16 is 16. Therefore, I know that 16 can be divided by 1 and 16. Does 2 go into 16? Yeah, it does, because I know that 2 times 8 is 16. Does 3 go into 16? No, not exactly. 4 does though. I know that 4 times 4 is 16. And because 5 doesn't go into it, 6 doesn't go into it, 7 doesn't go into it, 8 does, but then I'm already here. I'm already on the other side of my list, so I can stop. Okay, so therefore I can write down factors of 16 are the following. We're them in order from smallest to biggest. 1, 2, 4. I'm not going to write 4 again, there's no point in doing that. 8 and 16. Okay. So these are all the numbers that go exactly into 16 with no remainder. Remember, we can once again think of them in pairs. I've got 1 times 16, 2 times 4. Well, but look here, I don't have a partner for this 4 here. But that's okay because see 16 is a square number. 16 is what we call a square number because 16 is the result of squaring 4. Okay, because 4 squared is 4 times 4, which is 16. For example, another square number might be 25 because 5 squared is 5 times 5, which is 25. So see, if we ever have a square number, we're not always going to have the matching pairs, we're always going to have one left over in the middle. Got one final example, example 3. Find all the factors of 27. So I know that every number can be divided by 1. And 1 times 27 is 27. So I know 27 can be divided by 1 and 27. Does 2 go into it? No. Does 3? 3, yes, yeah. Because I know my 3 times table. I know that 3 9s are 27. Okay, let's go through our times tables and just check. Does 4 go into 27 exactly? No. 5, no. 6, no. 7, no. 8, no. 9. Yep, but I've already got 9. Do you see how here I've already got 9 on this side of my chart, so therefore I stop. So I'm going to write down factors of 27. Factor 27, we're written from smallest to biggest, 1, 3, 9, 27. Just check they come in pairs, 1 and 27, 3 and 9. We're happy. 27 is not a square number, so I'm always going to have the pairings here. Okay, so generally, to identify the factors of a number, you just need to be really confident with your times tables. Okay, if you want, you can write them out like the multiplication facts first, and then write them down as a list. Some of you might be able to just go straight to the list straight away. That's okay. The correct answer, though, is the list. This is referred to as the correct answer. If you wrote this as an answer, that is incorrect. Okay, this is the correct answer. Okay, hopefully that will help out with any homework tasks that you have going forward, and it will certainly get you ready to succeed up at St Benedict's High School. Thank you very much, everyone. Take care, and if you need any more help, just have a look at the channel. You should be able to see every single example type to help you out. Thank you very much.